don't understand it. Why have you brought us here, Smiv?
I just wanted to sort of get across that people see views and stuff, but you have to do a lot more views than what I was getting to get on the ladder. So I was able to secure some land, but I just can't afford to clear it yet and do anything else with it.
Welcome to another episode of Be Real. We've got the Godfather of Sunday League, one of the biggest pioneers in the scene. Smiv, thank you for coming out firstly. I feel like as a man who was kind of more on the camera or production side, to drag you into the trenches is potentially a mistake. Are you prepared for today?
Absolutely not.
What the hell is this?
It's a Sicilian message. It means local brassy sleeps with the fishes.
There's a few things I need to discuss, Godfather.
Go for it.
We're going to make him an offer that he can't refuse.
It's quite good actually.
Recreate.
Fall in love with something, take it, and make it your own.
Palmer's FC, your baby, your gift to the game.
Yeah.
Go through like any borough on a Sunday morning and you'll see people recording their games.
Yeah. I mean, if you talk about recreate, we didn't recreate it because we were essentially the first to properly do it. Now, like I was inspired by, there was odd clips on YouTube like my free kick or this and that, and like odd Sunday League clips, but there was nothing consistent, nothing that told a story, and I think that's what I like to do as a video producer.
Welcome to Sunday League Football. This is a series I'm going to be running alongside the Place Your Bet series, as well as the vast amount of FIFA content that's going to be on hand as well. So we just arrived at our ground.
I had a spare camera, stuck it on a halfway line one day, and then and I thought, who's actually going to watch a bunch of footballers that never made it? No one's going to want to do that. But actually, it's probably the most relatable thing to every guy and girl now, obviously, up and down the country. Everyone's played Sunday League at some point in their lives, whether they played one game and hated it and said that's not for me, or they played 10 years with the same club, went into adult football and have carried on.
What was the process to you building that team?
You couldn't play for Palmer's, you had to know us. You couldn't get in if you didn't know us. So when at the start, it was just, we were filming our bits and that was it. But when it kicked off, I saved it. I saved all of these because I had a plan later on down the line, but I saved all of these semi-professional footballers in my emails that contacted me to say, can I come play?
I'm a little bit confused. So it's got nothing to do with Ryan Palmer, Nathan Palmer,
No.
those boys.
Well, they was a massive, I mean, to be fair, there was a massive inspiration behind that. But having said that,
so they
actually, if I check my emails,
no, hold on.
I think if I check my emails,
you don't need to check your emails. I'm pretty sure.
Ryan Palmer, Nathan Palmer. Yes,
why are you called Palmer's then?
It's
Who is Palmer?
Palmer's College is a place.
Oh.
That's where we played. So we wanted to be Little Thurrock Dynamos. Weren't allowed to use the name. So then we were like, okay, we'll be Little Thurrock FC. Essex FA turned it down. All right, we'll be Grays FC. Wouldn't allow it.
I played for Grays.
I know you did. I remember. I used to. Did you play at the Rec?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I used to watch you from my dad's flat. And I was proper stressing because the season, like, it was a cut off, and I was like, I don't know what to call this. And then my dad popped his head around the corner. He's like, where are you playing? And I was like, Palmer's College. You just call yourself Palmer's. And I was like, kind of works. Yeah. Okay. And that was it.
Why does every team have a Mr. Old School? It's like,
thing is, my dad was never.
What does everyone call your dad? Because you've got to big him up as well.
There's a few lads that call him Mick Smith the legend. The legend that is Mick Smith.
Big up Mick Smith.
He was never part of Palmer's though.
Who your top 3 toughest opponents have been on your journey?
Cool. Highgate Albion, we played in the Nationals. No, we have played some really good teams. I'm trying to think of another one that we might have played. We played a team called Marquee, and they were literally set up to win the Essex Cup. And we got to the Junior Cup final, it was that year, and they had players that had played for Everton, Colchester, QPR in their team. We lost 4-1, but some of them were big, like overweight, but they still had that touch. They still had that awareness. They could still play.
Who is it?
I'd like to hear this from the boys. I'd like to hear this from some of the others. Dons are in that. But I'm trying to think of more teams. When we first played, you was like that extra year on us, I'd say, in terms of ability, and then we caught up, but then by the time it come back around, you was another year. But that middle game that we played was by far the best game.
On my birthday we're talking.
Oh mate, unreal. And we lost, right? But I couldn't wait to get home and edit and whack that up because it was such a good game. And you come off, you was pissed.
That overhead kick I knew it was a moment.
Yeah.
Because I was like, not me. I was thinking,
not today.
I saw him line it up here and I just thought, oh my God.
tussling with the, I don't know what number he is. There's a raindrop in the way. It's 31, I think, but it's bounced. Missed by the defender. As it falls down to Asa.
Oh my God.
That's what happens. You let yourself down in this.
Because we knew that you were that much better than us, and the respect was there in terms of ability. We knew it, and I think that's what upped our game that day, and that's why you had a game, I think. And you probably get it a lot. Teams see how good you are and they up it. They bring the extra 5 boys over that wouldn't normally have been there last week, and they're all suited and booted. They've got the fresh haircuts, but we were the same as you. In terms of cameras and things like that. That was our thing.
What are you looking at, bro?
He's just
Looking at my girl, bro. There's a special goal that lives in the memory, and it came from that spot.
Yeah.
Who scored it and where was it?
Chris Jacobson at Palmer's.
Chris
College.
Jacobson.
Yeah, Palmer's College against Thames Athletic.
Recreate it. I'm not expecting too much.
No, don't.
Now I see why the sign left. Who said that? Boy, these people are getting ruthless, G. Every dog has his day. Today just ain't yours.
I don't give a shit. That is Jacobson.
The very last goal that Palmer scored, same thing.
Same thing.
Actually, scored from a corner. Ah!
And he slipped it.
There you go.
There we go. Yes! 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 One of these days, the young boys will learn the old school methods.
They will understand.
The old codes. The pleases, the thank yous.
They have to learn from their mistakes.
You sleep with the fish.
The difference between our content, I think it's the type of person I am, but you guys are like, you say it with your chest and you're very proud to, where you come from, what you've done and your achievements. I underplay everything we ever did because I was afraid that when we did lose, we would get it in the neck. And you do. I'm very self-deprecating. I think that come across, and that's just me as an individual, but that come across in the content and that represented the whole team. And I think a lot of the time people turned up to Palmer's thinking, just the way I described the games, we'd still win games. 9 times out of 10, we'd win games. We were one of the best teams in Essex, but I'd play down our achievements a lot.
Yeah.
I don't know, it's just my thing.
Oh, you're switched on. Edit.
If you go back to the very first Palmer's FC video, it was very chilled, and it was very short as well. Just thought I'd show the goals and the odd misses here and there, and the commentary over the top was just me talking like this.
Magic Feet steps up. Boom. Direct goal from a corner kick. You don't see that often.
I would get home and I would record on the camera's mic onto the card with the cap on, and it would just be footage, but it would be black, and then I'd lay that underneath, and then I'd lay the proper footage over the top because I didn't have a mic. Eventually invested in one, proper one, and that's when I think I started taking it a bit more serious in terms of what I'm saying and how I'm saying it, and I wanted a fast-paced feel. I wanted quite a funny vibe as well. Again, we talk about the whole self-deprecating thing. I wanted to show people that we weren't serious about this. We're just having a laugh, and that was the most important thing.
4 days later, here we are. A complete dead rubber in the league, and we wasn't really going to turn up for this one because most of the team are absolutely screwed after the cup final. The result of this doesn't matter. The league's done, isn't it?
While the game's going on, is your brain thinking this has to make the cut, or this I'm going to commentate on it?
Tilby boys versus Grays boys, it was always feisty between us. Yeah, I've made the video and I called it Running Man because going around the pitch was just a Sunday jogger, and he just kept coming around and he didn't stop the whole night. And every so often I'd put him in and I'd give him a round of applause, and it was just fair play, man, you doing it. And really good game. But I'd rather talk about the jogger.
Unfortunately, the ref's given a goal kick. Nick appeals, but he's told to jog on. Just like this guy in the background. He's been going all morning. Go on, son.
And he's got his moment.
He got his moment. And he probably doesn't know about it either. Yeah. But 400,000 people have seen it. And it's just, I do it with the On The Road series as well. Yeah, the game is the body of it. What happens in the game doesn't really matter to me. What matters is the community behind it, the people behind it. What's happening on that day for other people. So you'll find different characters at different grounds that I go to.
Meanwhile, Gary and Rachel just pulled up. They're on their way to the in-laws. I think Rachel's sister and the kids will be there too. Great. Do you need anything brought in, Mum? Yeah, can we just have a big bag of crisps for the table? Yeah, no worries. I'll send Gary in now. And off Gary goes. Man of the house, supplying the goods. And he did absolutely supply the goods. No one stipulated what flavour crisps, though.
The highest point of Palmer's success,
Yeah.
at some point where, for example, the finances do change and it does become like it's a career, it's actually a job, like you're getting paid to do it, and you get your sponsorships and things that are helping at the running the club. You're getting business with your media company, and it's like, what kind of kept you grounded?
I've never been a materialistic person. Like my mates would tell me that, they'll tell you that. I could be in a crowd of people that are like, they've just got the new watch, and I'll be there sitting with a Casio £9 from Argos. I'll be there in a plain Primark t-shirt as well. Like I've never, like materialistic things have never excited me. So if I ever did get ridiculously rich, I don't think I'd be worried.
Sign it. It's what you're playing for, baby. It's what's going home with us. Oh, you weren't aware of it? Because you knew you were going to lose anyway.
I don't need a Lamborghini. I don't need a very expensive car. I would like a nice one, but I don't really need all these expensive things.
What would you say is the nicest thing you've got yourself then?
The house. And even that's a show.
We've just seen it.
Oh, yeah.
all of those years for work, and you've got a bloody pile of shit.
There is an editing dictionary amongst ourselves. If you're editing something and I say I need you to Smiv that clip, what does that mean?
You cut from scene to scene and it's like milliseconds or whatever the term is. So we, like sometimes like we might edit up here and you'd be like, right, to tidy it up, just Smiv it up.
Yeah.
And that means just cut it perfectly, like get it so like your commentary is flawless and it skips into the next scene flawless. So it's that tight edges of your cut.
You don't want any gaps between. Yeah, no, I get you. Yeah. No, I'm the same. But that comes from when back in the day when I was doing like music videos and things like that.
How are we doing? Let me just cut a long story short because it's been a hectic few weeks for me. A few weeks ago, Nike actually asked me to come down and do some filming on some five-a-side tournament that I hold.
So Smiv it up. You can have this one, by the way, because there was a guy called Redneck. He was a dubstep DJ guy, really cool guy, and he would sit down and because he had the vision for his videos, he always wanted it a little bit tighter, a little bit tighter, a little bit tighter, and he got to the point of saying, just a Nat's cock, little Nat's cock, just a bit more, little mini tick, little Nat's cock, little Nat's cock. Yeah. So you can have that one.
So now the new term is Nat's cooking. You ain't got the legs challenge. 9-ball shot challenge. 6-yard box, penalty spot, edge of the box. First one to do all three. You go 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. It's a race, Smiv. You're gonna have to run. You're gonna have to show your youth.
It's like I come up with this, isn't it?
Oi, your choice of balls again.
Sunday League every time, boys.
1, 2, 3. Go!
Oh, you wanna go Sunday League as well? Oi, old school. Old school. No safety over here, boy. Cheat.
It's alright.
Oh, stop it.
No chance.
Oh!
You're a goalkeeper, save it then. Man's got one of the best skills, he ain't using it. Score yours and stop us from going in. He's playing the game. You told him the rules, he's playing it.
You ready? Sorry. Last shot. Look at him. Old. In with the new. Smiv. Time. Mix. Finish, Drew!
Hey, he didn't make that 4 times.
Oh, he's
Go and go, Smiv! Go and go quick!
I'm not letting the floor take my glory. Round done.
There was some dirty play in there, and it wasn't my proudest moment. Joke's on him. I don't even play football. Nearly had you.
I don't give a shit.
Little weed.
It's probably right that you've done that.
Well, there's more here.
Let's not get distracted now.
Let's go.
Focus.
Go on. Grassroots, go.
Articulate.
Okay. He's basically just opened his phone and looked and then give me the phone.
I didn't look. I promise.
So you want me to describe the words that are on
You
there
can
for
pick
you?
any one of them.
Right.
You can describe whether it's, for example, a job, a location, a thing.
Sheffield Wednesday use this on their badge.
An owl.
Yeah. Okay, you walk into a shop. When I was in Apple, what did I start off as?
Apple.
Yeah, but when I was working there, what did I start
Assistant,
as?
creative.
Yeah, an assistant. What would everyone like to do if they could?
Spend a lot of money.
But what? Yeah, but we
Holidays.
Money comes and goes. Like physically, what would we all like to do if we
Go
could?
to the gym.
Physically, what would if we can't do this?
Okay.
Jesus Christ, we can't. We physically, inhumanly can't do this. But if
Fly.
we, yeah, of course we would. We want to fly, don't
Why
we?
didn't you say flipping like a character like Superman? I would have known straight away. What does he do?
I'm going out on a Friday night and I want to look like a woman. What am I going to wear?
I don't know what you'd want to do. You're a drag.
Yeah, and what would I want to do if I want to be a dress? In a dress, yeah, perfect. You're good at this.
I'm kidding. No, you're alright.
You jump off a building and you are
Flying.
no,
Dropping.
no,
Dying.
no.
It's committing suicide.
Yeah, unfortunately, but in between you at the top of the building and
Dropping.
hitting the, no, you drop. But what are you doing? You're. What are you doing? Yeah. Skip.
Alright. What is it?
Now you're. You're not floating.
Falling.
You are. Yeah, of course. You are.
Oh, come on, man.
What was it? The cameras, no?
Why didn't you say Alicia Keys? Her famous song.
Isn't it?
I keep on falling.
Apologise if I'm wrong, but I heard a rumour that you used to be a jungle MC.
Smiv D. Yeah, back in the day.
Go
Yeah.
on, explain that.
It's not. It's not.
No, explain that.
Back in the day. No.
Zoom in.
Yeah.
Explain. Go on, Smiv D.
Basically, I love drum and bass, but I like all the beats and the drops and the mixes and stuff. I hated MCs. I literally hated MCs. I hated all that. I hated it. So my mates, I went from Titch because I was small to Smithy to Smivers to then my mate said Smiver D because there was Skibber D, Smiver D. Yeah, that's all it was. It was just a connection there, and just Smiver D went to Smiv. Just stayed as that.
There you go, room is cleared up.
Yeah.
You speak so like. What, is that your commentary style? It's just short and snappy.
Yeah, I guess it's just who I am, isn't it?
Yeah.
I don't think you can explain like who you are because it's so natural and what you've done for many years. Why'd you talk like that?
Yeah.
Why'd you talk with such a deep voice and a husky? You can't explain that. You can't explain that.
Yeah, I can.
Go on then. I'm Big G.
Yeah,
I'll talk like this.
I'm recording content now. I want to put my spin on it. How do I find my style? I grew up on Andy Gray.
Yeah.
And Andy like being like, I told you.
What a hit song.
Yeah, what a hit song. That's right out the top drawer.
Yeah.
But hold on, I'm not Scottish. So
I can't do this. Immediately discount you.
Yeah.
But then like, there's other things you've done in your life where you've said, well, I can't do that, but you've actually gone on to do it. So you're just creating yourself a barrier.
If we can only hold on, David setting the example again, Corey Holder, loose, and the that's it. One-on-one with Tyler McCarthy. And I've been waiting for a moment like this, a moment to get you off your seat. That needed a worldie. Yeah.
Get the comments, Big G shouldn't be commentating, you should be a goalkeeper.
Yeah.
But just keep doing it. And then you'll get your phrases, you'll pick up your thing. Like, I made a famous phrase that when the ball goes wide, but also up, over the bar, it's called wover.
Wover.
It's wide and over, it's wover. I get tagged in certain things now, like professional clubs and non-league clubs like use that term sometimes. It's wover, and I've smoothed on this.
That's amazing.
Yeah, it's crazy. You got to think how successful Ben Foster was with his thing that he did, and people were fascinated by that. But if you can shine a light on non-league in the way that I know that people will love non-league, then yeah, you'll smash it, absolutely. Just seeing that angle, just seeing that other side of it. Because I can't even do that. I can go to as many non-league games as I want, but I will never get what you get, because you're playing there.
Yeah.
So you'll get paid to play for football, paid to play football, and you'll get paid for the content as well. Bonus.
Wait, you get paid for the content? We're gonna have to talk. Hold on a minute. Smiv. He's done it. No, he's done it.
Hey! Look at him! Broken!
Hey! No, never! No, no, I'm flaming me! Hey! 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 Hey!
Hey, look, he's even got someone handing drinks. Hey,
Yeah, he zipped it.
I wear £2 Primark t-shirts and £9 Adidas watches. I'm proud to say I had some water. Hydrate. Hot day.
I don't give
Come
a
on,
shit. Calculate. Penalty challenge, best of 5. Smiv, choice of footballs is yours. Sunday League every time.
Every time.
Punish you for drinking water. Tyler, blow the whistle.
No one's untouchable. Smiv, show us what's under the hat.
Not much. I put this back on because...
Keep it back on, you look terrible.
They got Franco on the pitch.
Bottom right. Hold up. Keep the hat on. Embarrassing.
Bottom right, yeah?
I'm going bottom right.
Alright, call me too.
Ooh, George.
And if I miss, I come out of this as an honest guy. Bottom right.
Honesty gets you nothing.
Bottom right, yeah? Yeah! Yeah!
I don't give a shit. Touch the crossbar.
I can jump. He's 16. He's 16. He's 16.
He's 6'8". Right. Hey, it's right here. Hey, do you know what, yeah? Next letter. Levitate.
Levitate.
Now, the reason why I've chosen that word is
Yep.
people... not because...
I was just-
Why do you think people love the On The Road series? What is it about that? Because you actually came and watched me play. Getting abused, didn't say anything, didn't try and protect me. If anything, you was with them.
I was just amongst it, capturing content.
Get you.
To be fair, I didn't actually come to see you play.
Okay.
You were playing. I went to I went to see Chatham play, and you happened to be playing them. So let's not get twisted. I didn't come to see Big G play.
Oh, you're clearing
and
up.
notice that I didn't put in the title Big G massive save, crazy game. That's not about me, and that's you see that from the thumbnails. It's on the road at Chatham Town. But actually, if they watch that, they're in for a treat.
Now, Chatham's opponents today are Glebe FC. It's 3rd versus 4th. In between the sticks for Glebe is a name I recognise. Let's get some focus on that. I think that reads as 6 for 6 and Ugandan.
I've always got time for anyone that wants to come and say hello. But that's all I limit to. We have a conversation, we have a chat, but I'm not there to film them talking about their predictions and what they think of the day. It's like, because it's such a fast-paced video, I want to celebrate the ground and celebrate the people behind that. So if someone wants to be in a video, it's like, okay, cool, pan up, hello. Yeah. That's all they get.
We have not had an SE Dons on the road.
Yeah, I can't even. I don't want to talk no more about that.
Nah, because I don't want to rate you low, because I'm going to have a lot of people upset. But right, let's be real, because we are. I turn up to, where are you playing now? Back at the dead end?
No, we're back jungle.
In the jungle, yeah?
Yeah.
Are you back there?
Yeah.
Like where it started?
Yeah.
Wow, okay. So facilities, what are we saying? Out of 5. Is there a stand?
No.
Is there is there any food?
Yes.
Is it available on a Sunday?
Yes.
Is it?
Yeah.
For real?
Burgers.
What, on a Sunday?
Yeah.
Alright, okay, we're talking now.
Food makes a difference.
Absolutely.
Facility.
Yeah.
Pitch involved. Does the pitch make a difference?
What, the actual look of the pitch? No.
Good.
So we add all of that up and you go into a league table and suddenly you're rubbing shoulders with like Barcelona.
Yeah.
That can happen. That's why I do the series, because I'm fascinated. I love seeing teams that never play each other rub shoulders.
Could you ever have imagined from when Palmer's FC started on the YouTube scene, the grassroots scene?
Yeah.
Let's say it's 7 years. Now there's a Super League involving a majority of YouTube teams that film their games just how Palmer's did.
I'm wondering why the badge isn't Palmer's. No, seriously, no. Very, quite proud, to be fair. Really proud. Not that we're in it, and I don't know.
I don't want you there. Sorry.
You don't need us there. You don't need us there.
Who said that?
Who said that? Who said that?
Someone from
Yeah, no, it's cool, isn't it? Really. I am wondering, do you think people were attracted to the views to say, okay, this is acceptable, this works? Because if it never, if like that guy never kicked our guy in the head that went viral, if that never happened that day, would we have gone on? Would something else have happened to make us go viral? I don't know. It's all sort of like ifs and buts. But like, if we never had got the views, would you have come along? Would Don's would hashtag would have come along? And I know Spen's even said that, and Seb, they've said like you were the blueprint. You made it acceptable. You showed us that there was a niche there, and people were investing time into it. So that's why we did it. So I'm wondering if the views weren't there, would this have kicked off? I don't know. Well, when we played Hashtag, it was like the first YouTube game ever. I think about 500 people came down that night. It was a charity game, people forget that. And I said, if we beat them, it's just going to skyrocket. Because he already had a big viewership. And I was like, kids are quite impressionable and they just want to be supporting the best team, don't they?
Whoever's the best, they want to know. Yeah.
Exactly, yeah. So, and we lost that game. So I went out that night and I was like, because I'd built so much towards, you know, not to that moment, but I'd put so much into it. And I almost wanted to cry because I was like, that's it now, channel's done. Channel's done. I really thought it was done.
What would you love to happen next?
Community. I'd love to see just a huge fan base coming together. And you're already doing it by bringing that many people to a Sunday game. So I'd like to see that replicated at every single game. And it's not going to happen because they haven't all got the following that you have and the desire to get to you as well. You know what I mean? I think you give people a reason to want to go and watch the Dons. We had it a bit when we were very, you know, open and on camera and we were creating content. We had like 50, 60, 70 regulars coming down all the time, and we were like, oh, that's amazing, that's crazy. People coming from up north and different countries, and it's like, and they've got the Palmer shirt, they want it signed. Yeah, it's mad. I think if you can just like inject that and just make it even bigger and better, that's all I'd want to see. Because the problem is, if it gets too big, you're gonna get players dropping down from big leagues to come in, and then it becomes about money, and then it loses its, and then you're basically an amateur version of the Premier League. You know, we all love the Premier League, we've all got our teams that we support, but ultimately I would much prefer to go to a non-league game because it's still quite raw, and I think the thing that I worry about is if it's too polished.
One more thing I want to say, will Palmers be back?
No, perfect story. And we started as mates at the bottom, Div 4, promoted, best team in Essex. Won a cup in our last game as well, so yeah, you can't beat it.
Last challenge of the day.
You can sort off that water that you drank.
I didn't see the light until I was a man. You're going to start here at the orange cone, sprint, first ball, 2-touch finish, back to the orange cone, 2-touch finish. You can go in any order you want. Only problem is, there's a big man in goal. Enjoy.
3, 2, 1! What's wrong?
It's hurting!
You had enough water, Smiv?
He's tired.
I tried something stupid there.
One more! Give us one more! Turn. Give us one more! The drone ain't dead yet! Here he is! Here he is! Another one! Give us one more! Another one! Round! Done!
Where's my medal?
Hi, for completing the challenge, sir. I'd like to congratulate you. Well done. And not only that, you have earned yourself one of my special medals.
Go on.
That represents everything I believe in. Resilience, excellence, accountability and leadership.
I would have gone home today, knackered, without anything, but I've got this as a little memory now, so. Get on the Joe Wicks hit sessions after this. Get rid of this belly, I'll come back in 6 months' time and see how we do.
Who do you want to see next?